This is the Unbreakable Golfers podcast, where we're shining a light on your pain and weakness and how it is affecting your positions, your power, and your performance on the golf course.
Here's an unpopular suggestion. Don't set New Year's resolutions. So as of today, it's the 2nd of January, and everyone all over the world will be setting their New Year's resolutions, or they would have already set them, and they would wake up out of their pit this morning and either be motivated or overwhelmed. So I have a suggestion, and it's based on me doing similar things and not getting the same results. So if you was to think back the last 10 years of how often you have set New Year's resolutions and hit them, what most people do is they get these things that they're gonna work on, they get these things they're gonna do, there's things they're gonna stop doing, there's things they're gonna start doing, and they have this vision and they plow into the first month, or they don't do anything. But generally by the end of February, not only are they not doing what they said they was going to do, they can't even remember what it was that they set. Which is ironic, because most golfers will set the same targets every year. They want to eat better, they want to lose weight, they want to be stronger or more muscular, they want to hit the ball further, they want to be pain-free, they want more distance, they want more confidence, they want a lower handicap, blah, 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 blah. All the same things. Everyone wants the same stuff to a certain extent. Most people will have one driving force to one of those things or another. But most people now, if you was to go back to January 2022, they won't be stronger than they were then. They won't hit the ball further than they were then. They won't have more confidence than they were then, or confident than they were then. They just haven't received the results that they wanted because they were unclear on their targets, or they got overwhelmed. So here's a suggestion. Rather than setting New Year's resolutions, which are quite general, what if you sat down and you thought about who you would want to become across your mind, body and golf by January 2024? So in January 2024, there is a different version of you that shows up, a different version that shows up in your body, a different version that shows up in your mind, a different version that shows up in the way you play golf. This version of you is the unbreakable you. Yeah, so if you take the concept that you're broken now and you're trying to fix it, that's the unbreakable you. That is 1 year from today. So not this year, next year. And it's only 2 days into next year. So January 2nd, or whenever you listen to this, 2024. This is the unbreakable version of you. Now, where would you have to be by the end of March this year to be on track to hunt down that unbreakable version of you? So that 90-day sprint between now and the end of March, where would you have to be to show up as the unbreakable version of you? Now, this version is called the unbroken version of you. So you're broken now, you're trying to go to unbreakable, and in 90-day time, there's a unbroken version of you. So where would you need to be? This is how you're building out the path. Now, go back again. By the end of January, where do you need to be on target to be to the unbroken version of you by the end of March? So if it's your fitness, what does your fitness need to look like? If it's your mindset, what do you need to do about your mindset? If it's your handicap, what have you have to have been put in place between now and then for your handicap? Next thing, what do you need to do this week, the first week of January, to be on target for the end of January? This is how you stop getting overwhelmed. See, if you just set a body target, then you're only going to go a certain distance. If you only set a mindset target, you're only going to go a certain distance. If you only set a golf target, you're only going to go a certain distance. However, if you set 3 targets, one in body, one in mind, and one in golf, and you link them all together so they turn up as a different version of you, a different version of you 12 months from today, different version of you 90 days from today, what do you need to have in place in 30 days time to hit that 90-day version, and what do you need to have in place this week? So this week, rather than going flat out, all guns blazing and being burnt out by the end of the week, or worse, burnt out when you wake up next Monday, what do you need to put in place? The only way you can be really, really sure what you need is to know where you are today. I've said it before, it's why we use the Fairway 4. Figures, focus, fitness, function. Figures is where you are today. Function is where you're going. Fitness is the physical actions you need to take. And focus is the mindset you need to implement the physical actions. But you need to know where you are today based on an assessment. And the assessment is based on where you're trying to go. So if you want to be more powerful, hit the ball further, if you want more confidence, if you want to show up on the golf course and feel like you've put the work in no matter what, there are a certain set of actions, habits and behaviours that you need to put in place by the end of January so you can be ready where you need to be go by the end of March, so you can be on track to be the unbreakable version of you in a year's time. Stack habits. We do it with the Unbreakable front 9, but it doesn't really matter what you do. If you're trying to get somewhere, you need to think differently and you need to act differently. Otherwise, you're just going to have the same results. So it's a couple of questions for you. Rather than setting a New Year's resolution or anything similar, what is the unbreakable version of you? If we were sitting down having this conversation on January the 2nd, 2024, and I said to you, right, what has to have happened over the last year for you to be in the unbreakable version of you in your body, mind and golf? What would that be? Once you're clear on that, point is to get your assessment. So where are you today? Where are you broken today? And how is that stopping you get where you're going? Good luck.
For more information on golf performance, by increasing your power, by getting in better positions, by working on your body and mind, go to unbreakablegolfers.com and sign up to the free asset.